Hi guys, so in today's video we are going to discuss about state. So till now we seen that in React we always render JSX inside in our UI. Okay, so just like this. So suppose we are having an component with grid, and till now we seen that we can pass props into that component. Okay, so in this grid component we just passed a message from app component. The message should be like, hi there, please click below. Okay, so in grid component we are just accessing that message variable like in the prop. So but in last video I said that the props are immutable, means we cannot change that. Okay, so there is another way that we can influence the content of a component, and that is called state. Okay, so let's have a clear picture what is the difference between props and state, so we can have a clear picture about what is state inside a component is. Okay, so let's have a complete show between props and state. What is the differences? Okay, so let's have the first thing is props are passed, means these props are passed inside into an component from like a parent component to a child component as parameters. Okay, while states are managed inside the component. Okay, so that is the major difference. Then to have an example of this, functions like props are like function parameters. So when we call a function, if you have any basic understanding of any programming language, so parameters are just passed into the function to change its operations. Okay, so props are just like that. But what are states? So to visualize that, the states are just like variables inside a function. So if I create a new variable inside a function, I have the complete like ownership of that variable. I can change it, I can do whatever with it. Okay, so that comes to our third point. We already discussed the props are immutable, so it cannot be changed and it will throw an error. I shown you in the last video. If you did not check that out, check my props video on React. And but the states are mutable, means we can change the state of the component inside that component. Okay, so this is a very big point. And we have like access-based props, like functional props. In functional component we can access that as a props, and in class-based component we can access that as these dot props. So in that similar way, not exactly similar, but in functional components we can access states using a useState hook. Okay, so and in class-based component we can access that as this dot state. So in today's video I'll explain you like how to like access this dot state in a class-based component, and we'll then in the upcoming videos we'll see that how to change the state in effective way, and then we can go to the hooks. Okay, because all the things, if I explain this video, this is going to be a very long video. So let's head back to VS Code and we'll start like why the states are needed and what is not achievable by props, and how we can do that in by using state. Okay, so let's move to VS Code and let's our output window ready. So okay, so this like grid component having all these props. So if I change this like I want to change this message. Okay, this hi there, please click me message. By clicking this button, something like, suppose I will create an on click event, and on click, then I would say equal to, okay, an arrow function maybe, and I will call a function like this dot, suppose change message. Okay, change message, then just I'll call this just the change message function. Okay, and let's declare this change message function. So change message, and inside this function I will try to suppose this dot props dot message. Okay, and this should be suppose thanks for clicking. Okay, thanks for clicking me. Okay, so if I do this like that, means I'll passing the message parameters as a props inside this grid component, and by clicking this button I want to change this message to thanks for clicking me. So let's, like, if I can you just have a closer look into this console. Okay, so let me do this bigger. If I click here, I will have an error that we cannot change the read-only property because this is a props. We seen this in the last video already. So how to do this means how we can change this. Okay, so let's have a static. I'm not using the props now. Okay, and let's just I will just create, because this is a class-based component, we want a constructor. Okay, so suppose constructor dot props. Okay, and inside constructor, as we are having an instance of this React component, we want to access the base constructor class. So we want to declare super props. Okay, then we can declare our state. So suppose this, always remember to use this inside a class-based component. This is very important. So state equal to, I would say, message equal to, so what our message is here. Our message was suppose hi Dwar, please click me. Okay, so let's the message be here so we can access that as a props. That should be also fine. And suppose message equal to this dot props dot message. Okay, so if now I can access this as this dot not props, I can use this as state. Okay, I'll have the same output. Okay, see. Okay, but one thing we have now that we can change the state because we are the owner of that state. This is inside the component. So when we click on the button on click, this change message function is called. I can change the state. So now we are going to change the state using our like the set state method. So this dot set state. Okay, so what's wrong? Okay, let's delete all this. Okay, this dot set state, then message equal to thanks for clicking. Okay, so if we now click this and this message is changed. So we can do a lot more with this set state, or I'll show that in the next video, and how to like use this set just very effectively, and what are the good practices and bad practices while like interacting with the state. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you guys, and see you in the next one.